Hello everybody, I am Michelle, she is Marcela. We're going to talk about Australia.
The different topics are government, industry, economy, geography, and demography. We hope you like it. The government of the Commonwealth of Australia, also referred to as the Australian Government. The Commonwealth Government of the Federal Government is the federal democratic administrative authority of Australia. The Commonwealth of Australia, a federal constitutional monarchy under a parliamentary democracy, was formed in 1901 as a result of an agreement among six self-governing British colonies, which became the Six States. The terms of this control are embodied in the Australian Constitution, which was drawn up at the Constitutional Convention and ratified by the people of the colony at referendums. The structure of the Australian government may be examined in light of two distinct concepts, namely federalism and the separation of power into executive, legislative and judicial branches of government. Separation of powers is implied from the structure of the Constitution, which breaks down the branch of government into separate chapters. The Australian federal system is a unique mixture of the Westminster and EU system of federal representative democracy, with important elements of both present. Australian government formation 1901. Legislative branch Legislature Parliament Meeting place Parliament House. Executive branch Main organ Cabinet Leader Premier Minister Appointed Governor General Meeting place Parliament House. Judicial branch Court High Court Seat Canberra. Constitution Statute of Westminster Adoption Act Australia Act Monarchy Monarch Elizabeth II Governor-General Sir Peter Cosgrove Executive Premier Minister Malcolm Turnbull Deputy Premier Minister Warren Truss Federal Executive Council Minister Current Cabinet Legislature Parliament Senate President John Hogg House of Representatives Speaker Tony Smith Opposition Leader Bill Shorten Shadow Minister Judiciary High Court Chief Justice Robert French Lower Courts Election Federal Electoral System Electoral Division Political parties Recent election Federal 1913, 1910, 1907 Federal by-election referendums States and territories Governors and administrators Premiers and chief ministers Parliaments and assemblies State courts State electoral system.
Industry. Mining industry is one of the chief industries which have led to the growth of population in the Australian continent, right from the time when gold was discovered in Australia. Mineral and fuels top the list of Australian export. The total export value of minerals has risen by 21% in the year 2006 as compared to that in 2001. The Australian manufacturing industry is well developed, with all modern amenities being used for the manufacturing process. The major manufacturing units include machinery and equipment, metals, wood and paper, and others. The Australian aviation industry is growing rapidly because the country depends largely on its internal airports. The main units of the Australian civil aviation industry are the international airline sector, general aviation sector, safety, and the domestic regional airline sector. Australia places at great importance towards backing and insurance sector industries. The Australian insurance market is one of the most established and has been providing insurance solutions to people down the age. Insurance solutions in Australia are provided by competent firms and legal advisors who are experts in their fields.
The economy of Australia is one of the largest market economies in the world, with a GDP of US 1,525 trillion as of 2014. Australia's total wealth is at $6.4 trillion. In 2012, it was the 12th largest national economy by nominal GDP and the 17th largest measured by PPP-adjusted GDP, about 1.7% of the world economy. Australia is the 19th largest importer and 19th largest exporter. The Reserve Bank of Australia published forecasts of the economy quarterly. The Australian economy is dominated by its service sector, comprising 68% of GDP. The mining sector represents 7% of GDP, including service to mining. The total value of the mining industry in 12/9 to 12/10 was 8.4% of GDP. Economic growth is largely dependent on the mining sector and agricultural sector, with the products to be exported mainly to the East Asian market. Sydney's central business district, a major financial and business service hub. Currency: Australian dollar. Fiscal year: 1 July to 30 June. Trade organizations: APEC, WTO, and OECD. Statistics: GDP: 1,376 trillion. GDP rank: 12th nominal to 19th PPP. GDP growth: 2.4%. GDP per capita: 64,500 USD. GDP by sector: agriculture 4%, industry 27.3%, service 68.8%. Inflation: 1.7%. Gini coefficient: 0.331. Labor force: 12.15 million. Labor force by occupation: agriculture 3.6%, industry 21.1%, service 75%. Unemployment: 6.4%. Main industries: mining, industrial and transportation equipment, food processing, chemicals, steel. External: exports 2,058.8 billion. Export goods: iron ore, gold, coal, meat, wool, aluminium, wheat, machinery and transport equipment. Main export partners: China 29.5%, Japan 19.3%, South Korea 8%, India 4.9%. Imports: $2,300.7 billion. Import goods, machinery and transport equipment, computers and office machines, telecommunication equipment and parts, crude oil and petroleum products. Main import partners: China 18.2%, United States 11.6%, Japan 7.8%, Singapore 5.9%, Germany 4.6%, Thailand 4.2%, South Korea 4%.
The geography of Australia encompasses a wide variety of biogeographic regions being the world's smallest continent but the sixth largest country in the world. The population of Australia is concentrated along the eastern and southeastern coast. The geography of the country is extremely diverse, ranging from the snow-capped mountains of the Australian Alps and the Tasmania to large desert, tropical and temperate forests. Neighboring countries include Indonesia, East Timor, and Papua New Guinea to the north, the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and the French dependency of New Caledonia to the east, and New Zealand to the southeast.
The Australian continental landmass consists of 6 distinct landform divisions. These are: the Eastern Highlands, including the Great Divide Range, the fertile Brigalow Belt, a strip of glassland behind the east coast, and the Eastern Uplands. The eastern alluvial plains and lowlands. Murray-Darling Basin covers southern part, also includes parts of the Lake Eyre Basin and extends to the Gulf or Carpentaria. The South Australian Highlands, including the Flinders Range, Eyre Peninsula and York Peninsula. The Western Plateau, including the Nullarbor Plain, the Central Deserts, Northern Plateau and basins, including the top 10. The demographics of Australia covers basic statistics, most populous, city, ethnicity, and religion. The population of Australia is estimated to be 23,975,300 as of 28 November 2005. Australia is the 52nd most populous country in the world. Its population is concentrated mainly in urban areas and is expected to exceed 28 million by 2030.
Australia's population has grown from an estimated population of about 350,000 at the time of British settlement in 1788 due to the numerous waves of immigration during the period since. Also due to immigration, the European component of the population is declining as a percentage.
Australia has fewer than 3% per square kilometre of total land area, with 89.1% of its population living in urban areas. Australia is one of the world's most urbanized countries. The life expectancy of Australia in 1999 to 2001 was 79.7 years, among the highest in the world.